Usyk ending his career badly? Like
Uh,
he's done his interview with Ring Magazine, and it's a very good interview, by the way. I recommend watching it. But to anyone at home or whatever, it's it's a typical Usyk interview, really. He's very humble, says everyone else is better than him, and all the rest of it. But he says that his next three fights and last three fights are going to be Rico Verhoeven, which we already have made our opinion on that pretty clear. I think it's shit. The winner of Wardley Dubois. Okay, I'm all right with that. Although
but I'm not. I'm going to
Dubois,
tell you
I'm
in a
not
minute why.
sure. A third time with Dubois, and then Tyson Fury 3, Greedy Belly 3.
One of those
50-50.
fights, one of those fights, commercially, I understand why he's doing it, and that's the Fury fight. He
Yeah,
will earn, out of those three fights, he's going to earn the most money if they
yeah.
fight again. If Tyson Fury has a world title, it's even more lucrative for him.
Oh yeah,
But to be honest, if you, I don't know. Look, the problem I've got with the other two fights are obviously we've already spoke on Rico Verhoeven, novice when it comes to boxing. Kickboxing and boxing is not the same. I don't care if
Hmm.
someone comments on this and says kickboxing is better. You can't use your legs in a boxing match, so he's got a box, and you're fighting against one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. So
Yeah,
it's not like you're fighting a man in a pub. Um, and then the Wardley and the Wardley and Dubois fight. I actually was saying before we recorded this, if I'm right, and correct me if I'm wrong,
Hmm.
Connor. I said, yeah, nah, if Wardley wins, it makes sense. And it
Yeah, I
kind
agree.
of does. But then at the same time, if these boards want to act a certain way, in theory, what they should do is the WBC should be looking at that and going, we want you to fight Caballero next. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the interim champion. He deserves it, right? If you don't fight him, we'll just strip you. Caballero is then upgraded to full champion. Um,
yeah,
and that's another option. But again, commercially, he's probably going to earn more money from. Usyk can do whatever he wants. Yeah, commercially, he's going to earn more money from Dubois or Woodley because a fight in the UK is going to earn him more money
mm.
if he fights any of them two in the stadium.
100%. Yeah,
Caballero, unfortunately, doesn't bring the same revenue in and has nowhere near close to what Usyk would do to get out of bed. So the
yeah,
only way that he can fight is if the WBC force it. But they're going to get their sanctioning fees regardless. So they don't really
yeah,
care as long as they get their sanctioning fees. But if they're going to get more money from the Wardley fight, they're not going to do what morally the right thing is to upgrade Caballero to a champion. They're going to go down the money route. And again,
yeah,
this is why I say they are wankers, a lot of them.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I've got
You're
to
right.
say on it.
No, you're spot on. The fact is, Rico's a terrible fight. Shouldn't be sanctioned for a world title. We've spoke about that last week. We've actually we've got a short episode about that. We've got clips about that. If you want our full opinion on it and breakdown, you can see that just on the channel. But we know that's a terrible fight. But do you know what? AJ fought Ngannou, Fury fought Ngannou. A lot of these boxers, the legendary, a lot of these guys have had these sort of silly money fights, and we've tuned in for the most part, enjoyed it. So I could get a little bit past that. Do I want to see Usyk Dubois 3? No. What's the point? There is he
Um,
beat Dubois in the first one pretty comfortably, apart from one punch that was, I think, low. If you don't think it was low, fine. But the point is Usyk outboxed him before that and then finished him after it. So who cares? And then the second fight, Usyk turned his lights off in like a brutal way. Now, the Wardley fight I do like. I think you are right. I think the WBC have to strip Usyk of the title and upgrade Caballero, or at least give Caballero a world title fight for the WBC against a top contender. I'm guessing that would be Lawrence Okoli, I think, if memory serves correctly. Tyson Fury 3. Oh, I can understand. Like Tyson Fury is the second best heavyweight of this era.
mhm.
Um, so I kind of get it. It doesn't excite me that much because I do feel I know what's going to happen We've seen it twice before, and Usyk was better in the second fight.
Is he the best second heavyweight though? Is he?
Uh, I mean, I think you can mix and match with the other. I think Anthony Joshua was third comfortably, but then
I would have put Andy Joshua. Listen, I think it's a toss up between them two. To be honest, Connor.
That's why we need to see them fight.
I'll just say very quickly why I feel like Anthony Joshua has put himself in more risky fights over his career. So
I agree with that.
so he had a higher probability of potentially losing because he was in more risky fights. Whereas, I am overlooking Wilder because I think he's terrible, and I've always said it.
I agree,
and I don't think Wilder didn't even, he's got mad power. Don't get it twisted. And he hit Fury with that, and Fury got up like it was nothing, and then carried on, and then a draw that arguably Fury should have won that fight. But then the next two, he just knocked his lights out both times. So that literally,
I mean, the wars, weren't they? I know what you're saying. You're right. Fury's resume is underwhelming. The Otto Barlin win isn't great. The three Wilder fights aren't bad, but not great. Dillian White is a good win. That was a good win. We'll obviously give him that.
But then you'd argue that Joshua fought a more dangerous Dillian White.
100%. Joshua fought Dillian White when he was undefeated, and it was for the British title when they were both the young guys coming up. And arguably at that point, Dillian White was not more dangerous, but was arguably looking like he might go and do better things. It was a very 50-50 for early on. No, I think you're bang on. The only reason that I say Fury is number 2 is because I think he did better against Usyk than Joshua over the 24 rounds that they both shared.
I mean, the fight should have been stopped in the first one, but yeah.
I mean, that's we can get, if we get really technical with it, then we could easily say AJ had
it's
potentially the best round
the ref
against
never stopped
Usyk
that
as well.
Yeah, it's mad the ref never stopped that, isn't it? Do you remember we done that live? We recorded that live.
Yeah, we were saying he's out.
Not recorded the fight just before you lot jump on us. we was doing a watch along.
Yeah.
And we was reacting to the fight. So before you lot start trying to get in the comments, leave us alone, man.
But
go on.
Usyk's end to his career, like he cleared out cruiserweight. He cleared them all out, beat them all, struggled against really none of them. Breedis was a hard fight, but he still got the job done fairly easily. He's come into the heavyweights and he's beaten Anthony Joshua twice, fairly comfortably. Beaten Dubois twice, who's the young up and comer that, other than Atalma, but the young up and comer who's destined to knock everyone out, and he's made him look a bit silly. He's beat Chisora, Chisora's an all right win. It's a good win. He's beat Fury twice. Usyk can do whatever he wants, so that's why I can just about get past the Rico fight. A Dubois 3, I'm not happy with. A Wardley fight, I'm up for. I think Wardley, if he beats Dubois,
Wardley's a great win on his record if he wins.
And it's a great win. Yeah. So Wardley, I'm well up for that. Fury 3, I'm just not as fast. But I've seen some people, and it is a rare comment, so I'm not going to even pretend that it's. Does this blemish his record? The last 3 fights? Do you think? I don't think so.
No, I don't think it blemishes it. I think when you're Usyk, I don't think there's no argument to know he's the number 1 heavyweight in the division. There's no argument to be had. He's, like you said, in some people's eyes, number 1, who was Tyson Fury. He's beaten him twice. Yeah. So and we know what Tyson Fury fans ride hard for him. So it's like, he's beaten him twice, and he's beaten the best heavyweight that there was at the time that had the other title, I guess. So no, I don't think it's a blemish on his career, and I think you're stupid to say that. 2-time undisputed at heavyweight, undisputed at cruiserweight. I don't think you can. I don't think if you say that Usyk's career is below average or not as great, then you might as well go and watch. What's the one that my niece is watching at the moment? K-pop Demon Hunters.
I don't know. Oh, okay.
K-pop Demon Hunters. Go and watch some kids show like that because we ain't got time for you here. That's what I'm trying to say, yeah. But yeah, no, definitely not blemish it. I think Usyk solidified it. He can do what he wants, but the boards need to regulate these decisions. You can have these fights, no problem, but let's come on. Don't pick and choose when you want to apply certain rules. In theory, the right thing to do would be to strip Usyk of the title if he doesn't fight Caballero next. Give Caballero either a title shot against Okoli or upgrade him to WBC champion because he is the champion. And at that point there, you order the Okoli fight as the Okoli is a challenger.